Alrighty, what's up, motherfuckers? Peter Gilmore here once again for another video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and share this video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications, so you never, ever miss an upload. And that's all you gotta do. So like the video, share the video, subscribe, leave comments, questions, whatever you want. And don't forget to subscribe to my channels, share the videos all over the internet, and don't forget to tap the bell. Because if you don't, you miss out. And it sucks for you. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I'm shirtless. So it is what it is. But I look sexy. Unlike another fat fuck. Keep my name out of your mouth, fucker. And that's all I gotta say about that. Oh, fuck you, man. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Tuesday night, March the 23rd, 2021, on the Peter Gilmore YouTube Wrestling channel, well, got some wrestling news today. And we get to that as the title below says. So today we you know, the WWE, you know, they're formulating night 1 and night 2 for WrestleMania. Now most of the card is out now for night 1 and night 2. So if you want to go look at it, go look it up. I'm not going to tell you all of it because I don't remember it. That's all I got to say about that. But when we get to WrestleMania, like I said, when I do my predictions video for WrestleMania, I'll talk about night 1 and 2. And then when I do my review, I'll do night 1 and 2 combined. So it'll be a long-ass fucking video. So it is what it is. So that's all I got to say about that. So that's some WWE news and a couple of things I want to talk about. And the first one is Batista, Dave Bautista, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He came out today and basically said that he was not going to be at the Hall of Fame, which we all knew already. The WWE took him off the Hall of Fame poster and all the other shit. You know, they took his Hall of Fame thing down on WWE.com. So he's not going to be he's not going to be inducted this year for the 2020 and 2021 class of the Hall of Fame. But the WWE is keeping him as an inductee in the next couple of years when we have fans that can go to the Hall of Fame. I'm surprised that the Hall of Fame is not going to have fans. I guess it's going to be virtual. Not that anybody gives two shits, but it is what it is, and that's that. But Batista came out and said that, you know, that he's not going to be, you know, at the Hall of Fame, but he wants to be there with fans, which I think is a good idea. I mean, anybody who's going in now would love to have their fans, you know, there, like real fans and stuff like that. Like, you know, the class of this year and last year, you know, the Bella Sluts and JBL and Jushin Thunder Liger, along with, you know, the NWO Hogan Hall Nash and Six-Pac and X-Pac, whatever you want to call them. You know, they love to be there. You know, Molly Holly and Eric Bischoff, who have just been inducted. But, you know, Batista wants to be there with fans, and I don't blame him. If I was getting inducted to the Hall of Fame, I'd like to have, you know, at least besides my parents there and, you know, my girlfriend or my wife or my kids or whatever, I'd like to have some fans there, you know. I don't care if it's like 10 fans or 100 fans or 100,000 fans. You know, you got to be there for your fans, you know. You want to thank the fans for, you know, being there for you and cheering you on and booing you and supporting you and whatever. But it is what it is. And That's all I gotta say about that. So, Batista will go in, probably in the next couple years. I would say the next 2 to 5 years. So, it is what it is. But, I'm not gonna bash Batista, even though, he bores me after that, so that's why I call him Batista. But, he'll be in the Hall of Fame in the next couple years. At least, the WWE's not, like, getting rid of him. It's like, oh, we're not going to induct you. You're not going in anytime soon. But it is what it is. So, we'll see what happens with Batista in the next couple years. Sorry about that. I had to stretch my feet. Had a really rough day, working today. So, yeah. That's all I got to say about that. Alright, after that, I want to keep this video pretty short and sweet, down to the point. Because I got other things to do. Like, my girlfriend. But, it is what it is. So, because I get more pussy than you motherfuckers do. And it's real pussy, not fake pocket pussy shit. But it is what it is. That's all I got to say about that. Alright, so the other bit of news today was the third inductee to the 2021 Hall of Fame. And joining Molly Holly and Eric Bischoff. And that man is the man who smokes a lot of weed. And a man who loves 420. Yes, he is. The man who is one of a kind! That man is Rob Van Dam. You suck. Yes, Rob Van Dam is now the newest inductee into the 2021 class of the WWE Hall of Fame. I think that's a pretty good inductee. Maybe a little bit too early, maybe a little bit too late. Maybe we're not getting in the middle of that like Bill Alfonso. That's another guy who should go in, Bill Alfonso. But it is what it is. Maybe Bill Alfonso will induct him. I doubt it, but I think it's going to be Paul Heyman. Obviously, it's going to be Paul Heyman because, all the time that Paul was there with Rob, and Rob had I think he had a decent career. I think the last few years of his career were just pure shit. But, came up in the late 90s in ECW. He was like, Mr. Main Event, this and that. Rob Van Dam. Had a lot of feuds in ECW. A lot of good matches with Bam Bam Bigelow when he won the ECW World Television title. Held it for like over a year and change. And then I think he lost it to Rhino. I forgot. But he had a lot of feuds with like Rhino, his Sabu, Tommy Dreamer, the Sandman. Then he teamed up with Sabu to win the World Tag Team titles. Had a great match with Hayabusa and who was the other guy? Fuck. Was that? I know what pay-per-view it was. I can't think of the other guy's name. It was Hayabusa and somebody else. They were against him and Sabu for the titles. Great match at ECW Heatwave. I think it was 98, I believe. Great match. And he was very good in ECW. He's probably one of the biggest stars of ECW. He came over, he came over to Raw, became Mr. Monday Night, during the first invasion of ECW. And then during the second invasion of ECW, he was part of of ECW/WCW. And then he won the Intercontinental title a couple of times. Tag team champion as well. And then I think in 2005, 2006, he won Money in the Bank. Mr. Money in the Bank, of course. That's how that term came to be. Mr. Money in the Bank. And Cena we all remember Cena was the champ, the WWE champ. And this is around the time where, ECW One Night Stand was around. And RVD challenged Cena for the belt. And he was the self-proclaimed ECW World Champion. And then we all remember that match at the Hammerstein Ballroom where they had a fight. Cena got booed out of the building. I was there. I was right next to the "If Cena wins, we riot" sign. Go look it up because you see me. It was right there. And and then RVD won the belt thanks to Edge Stain. I thought it was Rhino for a second, but he took the thing off his Edge, and I freaking marked out. I was like, Edge, holy shit! But he won the ECW World Title, and then the WWE title, but he didn't hold it long because he got into a little trouble with the law when Sabu he was with Sabu. I think this was around the time that ECW was actually now a brand for Vince. Vince's version of ECW. And he was a champ, and then he got into trouble with the law. Sabu got caught with a bunch of weed and I think crack or something like that, and that really killed RVD. I mean, he lost the ECW World Title the next, I think, 2 nights later or something like that, to the Big Show, as Paul Heyman turned on him. And then right after that, he lost the WWE title, I think, back to Cena or to somebody. So, I mean, he had a bad string of luck right after that. And then after that, his career went basically nowhere. And we didn't know where he was going to go. And then he showed up in TNA. Had a pretty decent run in TNA. The first run in TNA, he became the world champion. And he had a couple of good feuds in TNA. Then he stopped. Then he left. He left TNA and went back. I think he went back to WWE for a little bit, and then that was it. And then he went. And then the last time we saw him, he went back to TNA and didn't have a good second run in TNA, and didn't really have a good run. But he had feuds. I think he had a feud with Joey Ryan. The whole cancel culture shit that Joey Ryan had back, when his name was Joseph, I think his name was Joe Ryan or some shit. He got with Katie Forbes, who's now his wife. Lucky fucking bastard. Woohoo! So he's now married to Katie Forbes, the porn star Katie Forbes. Was a freaking, oh my god. I know it's all fake. I know she has to have fake titties and fake ass, but she is fucking hot. Oh my god. Anyway, so, lucky RVD. So he was in TNA, and then he showed up on Raw in 2019 doing, I think it was Legends Night. So he had a one-off match. I think he lost. He just showed up there. That was it. And then he kind of went back to TNA after that. And then he finished his career in TNA, because we haven't seen him wrestle in a long time. And that was it. So, like I said, he's 50-something years old, I think, now. Banging, I think Katie Forbes is 30-something years old. Lucky him, huh? Banging her, Katie Forbes and her girlfriends, I should say, because she's got multiple girlfriends. But, he's a lucky fucking man. Smoking that weed, banging a hot fucking chick, married now. And now he's in the Hall of Fame. So, I'm pretty glad and happy for RVD, one of the legends of ECW, not the the original, one of the original. Well, I would say one of the originals of ECW. With Tommy Dreamer, Sandman, and Raven. Guys like that. So I'm kind of glad. I know Heyman's gonna induct him most likely. Mr. Monday Night. RVD, you saw. So I'm happy for RVD. I'm very happy for RVD. And like I said, Heyman will probably induct him. I think Peacock's gonna have to heavily censor Katie Forbes. I don't know what the hell she's gonna wear, if anything at all. So if I was the the people at Peacock. So it's going to be broadcast on Peacock, the Hall of Fame. I would heavily have that 7-second delay or something like some black bars or something, for Katie Forbes, because she's gonna come out or she's gonna be in the audience, and she's probably gonna be wearing something. She's probably gonna be naked for all we know, which wouldn't be a bad thing. But like I said, the censors are gonna be heavily editing Katie Forbes during the Hall of Fame, so get ready for that. But like I said, congratulations to RVD, the third inductee to the 2021 Hall of Fame. I would think in the next 2 weeks we'll probably get maybe 2, maybe 3 more inductees into the Hall of Fame. They're gonna mention it. I would think they're gonna mention it tomorrow on NXT. And if not tomorrow night on NXT, definitely on Friday Night SmackDown. Probably have a vignette of RVD. They'll mention it on Raw this Monday night. So that should be nice and dandy for all you RVD fans out there, all you weed smokers out there. But yeah, so that's all I gotta say about that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So congratulations to RVD. And on his induction into the Hall of Fame, very well deserved, and we'll see what happens at the Hall of Fame, and that's that. All right, one quick final bit of news from NXT. The NXT Men's Tag Team Champions, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. There's some bad news going on with them. As we saw last week on the program, Danny Burch separated his shoulder in the match against Killer Cross and Finn Balor. So Danny, somehow, some way, Oney Lorcan continued the match for his team, and they somehow won, thanks to Killer Cross turning on Finn Balor. Blah blah blah. But it was reported today that Danny Burch separated his shoulder. He's going to be out for a while, and the NXT tag team titles are now vacant, and William Regal is gonna talk about that this Wednesday on NXT. Now, I would assume there's gonna be another tournament going on to see who would win the tag team titles. I would assume, I would think that since MSK won the Dusty Cup, the men's Dusty Cup, that William Regal will give the belts to MSK, Nash Carter and Wesley. But then I'm thinking about it, you got so many other tag teams there. The Grizzled Young Veterans, Killian Dane and Drake Maverick, and the Legado del Fantasma, Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde, and I think a couple, maybe another one, Imperium as well. So you got about 4 tag teams there. So what I would do, since you got both those tag teams, why not at Stand and Deliver, either night 1 or night 2, on TakeOver night 1 and night 2, have a fatal 4-way match, and the winner gets the belt. That's what I think Regal might do. But then again, I could be wrong. But if I was William Regal, I would make a fatal 4-way match, or maybe a ladder match, fatal 4-way ladder match for the NXT tag team titles. That's what I would do. But we'll see what happens tomorrow night on NXT with William Regal's announcement about the NXT tag team titles. But it sucks for Danny Burch, and he's been there since 2012. He's a workhorse, that guy. And I've seen him in the indies. Very good wrestler. Very good. Maybe deserves a title shot. A North American title shot, or an NXT World title shot. He deserves it. Very good in the ring. Not great on the mic, but good wrestler, and that's all I gotta say about that. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night with the NXT tag team titles. Just sucks for Burch and Lorcan, and I think they'll get him back when Danny Burch comes back from his separated shoulder. Probably be in about, I would say about 3-6 months. He'll be back. So, it sucks. But maybe you can put not Danny Burch, sorry, Oney Lorcan and Pete Dunne as a tag team. Do that. But we'll see what happens with that, and we move on from there. So that is it for my video. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to edit this baby up, watch some Netflix, and chill with the wifey. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So, thank you all for watching. Leave your comments down below about whatever I talked about in the video. About RVD getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Batista being out of the Hall of Fame. And, the whole thing with the NXT Tag Team titles. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. And that's all I got to say about that. So, thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night, everybody. And I'll probably be back tomorrow with my AEW review. Like I said, putting out a lot of content just about every freaking day right now. So I might take a break here and there over the next couple of days because I want to, recharge and refuel here and there. So I might be off maybe a day, maybe 2 days, who knows. But I want to try to give you the best content I possibly can while I have a lot of free time now. But it is what it is, and that's all I got to say about that. So, thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore, signing off. Peace out. Rock the fuck on. If you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's all I got to say. Good night, everybody. Peace, bitches.